So we continue solving our WASSCE 2023 core mathematics paper 2. So we are going to solve question 6 through 13 in this video. So let's begin with question number 6. M is a set of natural numbers. N is such that 2n minus 3 is less than or equal to 37. So when n is a counting number or a natural number, so write down all the elements in M. If a number is selected at random from M, what is the probability that it is a multiple of 3, a factor of 10? So let's begin. We'll first of all solve this inequality. So we add 3 to both sides, or we send the 3 here to become positive, and that will give us 37 plus 3, which is 40. So dividing through by 2, 40 divided by 2 is 20. So all the counting numbers less than or equal to 20, let's list them. That will be 1 up to 20. So we start counting from 1. Now we are to, so that is the I part of the question. The I part said multiple of 3 is selected. What is the probability of doing that? So multiples of 3 are 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, and 18. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 numbers there in that set. And the probability, the factors of 10 are 1, 2, 5, and 10. So the probability of selecting a multiple of 3, the number of elements in this set, which is 6 elements, over number of elements in the whole set, which is 20 elements. So 6 over 20, when you simplify it, you get 3 over 10. Because 2 goes here 3 times, 2 goes here 10 times. Then probability that is a factor of 10. So 1, 2, 5, 10. We have 4 numbers there. So 4 over total number, which is 20. So if you simplify it, you get 1 over 5. So that is the A part of the question. The B part says a shop owner gave an end of year bonus to 2 of his attendants, Contour and Grabson, in a ratio of their ages. Contour's age is 1.5 times that of Contour, who is 20 years old. If Contour received 200,000, find the total amount shared, Grabson's share. So let's assume that this is Grabson's age because they repeated it. Perhaps this should have been Grabson. So let's say this is Grabson's age. So Grabson's age is 1.5 times that of Contour. So it's a typing error here. So let's assume that that is the correct thing. Then we can do this. Contour is 20 years. So that of Contour, who is 20 years. Then Grabson's age is 1.5 times of this. So Grabson's age will be 1.5 times of Contour's age, which is 1.5 times 20, and that is 30 years. So if that is the case, then we have their ratio. Grabson's age to Contour's age will be 30:20, and that is the same as 3:2. Now we're told that the total amount shared, we need to find it. If Contour received 200,000, so let's assume that we are finding the amount received by contour. So we take contour's ratio, which is 2 over the total ratio, which is 5, times the total amount, and that should be equal to 200,000. So we just have to multiply also by 5 over 2, so that we'll create this over here. The reciprocal of 2 over 5 is 5 over 2. So we multiply both sides by 5 over 2, and that will give us 2 will go into 200,000. That will be 2 will go here 100,000 times. So 5 times 100,000 will give you 500,000. So that is the total amount shared, 500,000. Assuming that this thing here is supposed to be graph since age, if it is corrected that way. But however, everything is in the hand of WASSCE. So we go on to question number 7. The sum of three numbers is 81. The second number is twice the first. Given that the third number is 6 more than the second, find the numbers. So the sum of three numbers is 81. So we are going to take the numbers to be first number F, second number S, and third number T. So the sum is 81. So when we add all, F plus S plus T equal 81. Then also they say the second number is twice the first. So S is equal to 2 times of F. That will give us equation 2. Then also we're told that the third number is 6 more than the second. So T is 6 more than S. So T is equal to S plus 6, equation 3. So what are we going to do now? We are going to put equation 2 into both equation 1 and equation 3. So let's do that. When you put equation 2 into equation 1, wherever we see S, we put 2F. So we get F plus 2F plus T is equal to 81. If that is the case, then we can simplify this. F plus 2F will be 3F plus T equal 81. Then again, S equal 2F into D. So whenever we see S, we put 2F. So we get T is equal to 2F plus 6. So we can rewrite this as negative 2F plus T equals 6. I just send the 2F to this side to become negative. So when we subtract equation 5 from equation 4, we'll get T eliminated. So let's do that. Equation 5 minus equation 4 minus equation 5. So you get 3F minus negative 2F. So this minus is negative 2F is equal to 81 minus this 6. So when we simplify, you get 5F equals 75. When you divide both sides by 5, you get F equal 15. So we put F equal 15 into equation 2. That will give us 2 times 15, which is 30. So S is 30. And you put 15 into equation so 30 plus 6, which is 36. So we put 15 equal into that's it. So if we put S here, S is 30, so 30 plus 6 equal that. So yeah, I was putting it here. T equal to F plus 6. So it is the same thing. So T will be equal to 36. Therefore, we have seen the values. T is 36, F is 15, and S is equal to 30. So we are done with the A part. Now let's continue with the B part. But before we start solving the B part, please, I would like to plead with you to share this video. Please share it. Share it. Just click the share button and share it. And I'm very happy. I'm thankful for sharing this video for me. God bless you for doing that. Now let's look at the B part. We're told that P 35 and Q negative 57 on the Cartesian plane such that R, which is having coordinates x and y, is the midpoint of PQ. Find the equation of the line that passes through R and perpendicular to PQ. So we first of all find the coordinates of R. So the formula for the midpoint is that you add the x1 and x2 and divide by 2, add y1 and y2 and divide by 2. So when we do that, this is x1 and this is x2, so we add it, 3 plus negative 5, and this is y1 and this is y2, we add it, 5 plus 7. So we get negative 2 over 2 and 12 over 2. That will give you negative 1 and 6. So negative 2 over 2 is 1, 12 over 2 is 6. Now if that is the case, we've gotten the coordinates of R, which is negative 1, 6. And we have to find the equation of the line that passes through R, perpendicular to PQ. So we first of all find the gradient of PQ. Gradient of PQ, we use the formula y2 minus y1, x2 minus x1. So this is y2 minus y1, which is 5, over x2, which is negative 5 minus 3. So we get that. And when we simplify this, 7 minus 5 is 2, negative 5 minus 3 is negative 8. And this will give us negative 1 over 4. We need to find the gradient that is perpendicular to PQ. So gradient of PQ, perpendicular to PQ, will be negative 1 over the gradient of PQ. And that will give us negative 1 over negative 1 over 4. You reciprocate negative 1 over 4 and multiply it by negative 1, and you get positive 4. So we are going to use the formula y minus y1 is equal to m into bracket x minus x1. So the y1 in this case is 6 and the x1 in this case is negative 1. So we put it here, negative 1 here and 6 here. So that will give you y minus 6 is equal to 4 into bracket x minus negative 1. When you expand this, the negative becomes positive. So we get y equal 4x plus 4 and y minus 6 equal 4x plus 4. So we send the negative 6 here to become y equal 4x plus 10. Now if that is the case, that is the equation of the line. And we can write it, this is in the slope intercept form. You can write it in the standard form by sending a y here. That will give you 4y minus 4y, 4x minus y equal negative 10. So this must be negative 10 here. Yeah, 4x minus y equal negative 10. So let me correct it. Good. So that would be negative 10 here. 4x minus y equal negative 10. If you want to write it in the standard form, that's it. So any of this is correct, this or this is correct. They're the same thing. Now let's look at question number 8. Copy and complete the table of values for y equal 2x squared minus x minus 4 for negative 3 is less than or equal to x is less than or equal to 3. So we just have to input the values. So you put -2, we put it in the expression here. Y is equal to 2 into bracket -2 squared minus x minus -2, then minus 4. So let's go. This will give you 2 times 4, 2 times 4 plus 2 minus 4. That will give you 8 minus 2, which is what? 6. So you put a 6 here. Repeat the same process. For -1, you get -1. Then for 1, you get -3. But don't work all. If you work the 6 and the -1, it's okay. Then the rest, just fill it with your calculator. So this is the complete table. Now, using a scale of 2 centimeters to 1 unit on the x-axis and 2 centimeters to 2 units on the y-axis, draw the graph of y equal to 2x squared minus x minus 4 for -3 is less than or equal to x is less than or equal to 3. So you need to take your graph sheet now, please. Take your graph sheets, paper. Take your graph sheet and pen, paper, mathematical set, long ruler, and also calculator. Then you go to your graph sheet and draw these two axes, the x and the y axis. Label it. So this is the x axis. Please try and label it. And this is the y axis. Y axis. If you label it, you get some marks. Now let's use the scales. So the scale is 2 centimeters to 1 unit on the x-axis. So let's begin. So we begin from -3, -2, because each step is 1 unit. Then 0, then we have 1, 2, 3. Then also on the y-axis, we start from -4, because that is the least negative value here. So -4, we go to -2, because 2 centimeters is 2 units. We go to 0, we go to 2, we go to 4, 6, 8. So steps of 2 until we get the last one, which is 18. That is okay because the highest number here is 17. Good. So the next thing we are going to do now is going to plot the point. So we plot the first point here, -3 and 17 is here. Then we have -2 and 6 is here. Then -1 and -1, you got it here. Then we have -4 and we have 0 and -4. Then we have 1 and -3. We have it here. It's here. See that the blue dot. Then we have 2 and 2. You see the 2 and 2. Then we have 3 and 11. Good. So we finished plotting the points. You're going to draw a smooth curve. So let's begin drawing a smooth curve through it. Good. So that is the graph y equal to x squared minus x minus 4. Well done for that. Now, after you finish drawing the graph, you're supposed to use it to answer some questions. So here's the question. So this is x and this is y. Good. So the question says use the graph to find the roots of the equation 2x squared minus x minus 4 equals 0. So that is where the graph touches the x-axis. So if you read that, you get x equal -1.2 or 1.7 from the graph. Because 2 centimeters is 1 unit, so each box is 0.1. 0.1. Good, on the x-axis. Now we come to the II part, values of x for which y increases as x increases. So y is increasing on this region and x is also increasing on that region up to this point. So from the least point, from that least point to the least point of x is the axis of symmetry there, which is 0.25 accurately. But reading from the graph, we have 0.2. So it is 0.2 is less than x is less than or equal to 3. On that interval, the graph is increasing as x is also increasing. Then we have, so that is, we're supposed to find the minimum point of the graph. So accurately, it is 0.25 and negative 4.1 something something something. But because it's the graph, we have 0.2, as you can see, to 0.2 and negative 4.1. So that's it for this question. Here's question number 9. The table shows the height of thick trees harvested by a farmer. We have to find the median height. So median height. So we need to find the total frequency. So from the table, you see the total frequency to be 27. So the median height will be half of this thing that corresponds to half of median will be half summation f plus 1 value. So we have half of 27 plus, so 27 plus 1 is 28 value. So 28, half of 28 is 14 value. So we trace from the graph the 14 value. So we add. So let's add from the left. 4 plus this is 10 plus 4 is 14. So it points to 5. Then adding from the left, 2 plus 6 is 8 plus 5 is 13. So this also points to the 6. So the median value is the average of 5 and 6. So that will be, so median is therefore equal to 5 plus 6 over 2, which is 5.5 meters. So now we are supposed to calculate correct one decimal place the mean. So mean is summation fx, which is 144 over 27. So mean is summation fx over summation f. So 144 over 27 will be 5.33. So to one decimal place, we have 5.3 meters. Then you're supposed to calculate the standard deviation, which is given by summation fx squared over summation f minus mean squared. So we calculate summation fx squared from the table. So to get the summation fx squared, you times the fx by x. So 3 times 12 will be 36. We continue in that order. So you get 8 times 16, which is 128. And to get the fx column, you multiply the x column times the f. So 5 times 4 is 20. So repeat that process till you finish the whole table. So when we fix in summation fx squared, which is 834 here and over 27, we get 30.889 minus 28.4089, and that will give us square root of 2.48. Is 1.5748, and this is equal to 1.6 to 1 decimal place at the standard deviation. Great. Thank you so much for watching up to this point. I'm glad that you always support this channel. So I want to once again plead with you to share this video if you have not shared it yet. Then also, please, if you like this video, if you feel that it's helpful to you, just click the like button. Just give it a thumbs up. A thumbs up. Click that one to show a love. Show me your love. Thanks, and thanks for doing that. Now let's look at the next question. Question number 10. In a town, Chief X resides 60 meters away on a bearing of 57 degrees from the palace P, while Chief Y resides on a bearing of 150 degrees from the same palace P. The residents of X and Y are 180 meters apart. Illustrate the information in a diagram. Find correct to three decimal figures. Three significant figures, forgive me. The bearing of X from Y, the distance between P and Y. So let's draw the diagrams. So the diagram, we're told that Chief X resides 60 meters away on a bearing of 57. So bearing of 57 from Palace P. So here is Palace P, and we trace the bearing 57 degrees. We should be very closer to this over here. So that will give us an angle of 33 degrees with the horizontal, because this is 57. 57 plus 33 will give you 90. So town P is here, and town P is down here, and the town X is up there. So we're also given that town Y, the chief in town Y resides on a bearing of 150 degrees. So 150 degrees OB. So that is P and that is X. Sorry. So 150 degrees will make 60 degrees with a horizontal, because from here to here is 150. So 150 minus 90 will be 60. So now town Y will be located down here, and we're told that, so we can connect Y to X now, and the measurements we're given 60 meters from P to X and 180 meters from X to Y. Now we need to find this angle which is here. We know this angle to be 60 because of alternate angles. Please forgive me. So that angle is also 60 degrees. Now we are being asked to find the bearing of X from Y. So we start measuring here, from here like this, until we get to this point, that angle. We know from here up to here is 270. So we need to find the angle from here to here, from here to here, and add to it. So that angle, so 270, we add it to 60 and add it to this small angle here. That angle, let's call it Y. So we are going to use the sine rule, because this angle here is not 90 degrees. If you add 60 and 33, you don't get 90. So the sine rule says that the sine of angle A over sine length of A will be equal to sine of angle B over side length of B, or B over sine B is equal to B A over sine A. You can also do it for sine C as well. You can take any of them and do it with sine C. So sine A over A will be equal to sine C over C. So that is a sine rule for you. We can use it if the triangle is not a right angle triangle. And we know an angle and two sides. We can use it to find a second angle. So this angle here, this angle Y, we'll use the sine rule. So sine Y, that is this angle, over the side length which is opposite to angle Y, which is 60, will be equal to sine 93 degrees, which is this angle, over the side length that is opposite to 93 degrees angle, which is this side, which is 180. So we just multiply both sides by 60, and when we simplify this, we get sine Y to be 0.33288. Take sine inverse to get Y to be 19.43667 or 19.44 degrees. So we add this 19.44 to 60 and to 270 to get that bearing. Bearing of x from y will be equal to 270 plus 60 plus 19.44, which is 349.44 degrees. They said to three significant figures, so that will be 349 degrees, because we start counting from 1, 2, 3, and the next number, which is 4, is less than 5. Now we are looking at the II, distance between P and Q. So still we can use the sine rule to do it. So this time Py, which is the distance that is opposite to this angle here. Now that we know two angles, we know this angle 93 and we know this angle 90.44, we can find this one. So over sine of 180 minus 19.44 minus 93, which is this angle, will be equal to 180, which is this side length, over the angle here. And that will be equal to sine 67.56. So we multiply sine 67.56 by both to both sides. Multiply both sides by sine 67.56, so that we get rid of this over here. So that will give us 166.599. So three significant figures, that will give us 167 meters. That is the distance between P and Q. 167 meters. Thank you for watching up to this point. I'm always grateful for you supporting this channel. So please, I want to once again plead with you to share. Let's share it for me, to show love, to show that this is helpful to you. If indeed this video is helpful to you, just share it and click the like button. Thank you for doing so. Now let's look at, also remember that the compulsory questions are also found in this video, in this playlist. So just check the playlist and you see the compulsory question, their solutions. Now let's look at question number 11. Two regular polygons P and Q are such that the number of sides of P is twice the number of sides of Q. The difference between the exterior angle of Q and P is 45 degrees. Find the number of sides of P. So we were going to let the number of sides of Q be x. Then we're told that P is twice the number of sides of Q. So number of sides of P will be 2x. Now when we know this, when we know since the side of given a polygon with n sides, the exterior angle is given by 360 over n. So given a polygon with x sides, the exterior angle will be 360 over x, and given a polygon with a regular polygon with side 2x, then the exterior angle will be 360 over 2x. So we're told that the difference between their exterior angle is 45 degrees. So the difference will be this. That will give us this nice equation that we need to solve by multiplying through by 2x. Multiply through by 2x. This will cancel this. We are left with 2. 2 times 360. 2x will cancel this. So we get 270. 720 minus 360 equal 90x. So we can simplify this and we divide both sides by 90 to get x to be equal to 4. So if x is equal to 4, then the number of sides that P has will be 8. 2 times 4, which is 8 sides. Question number 11b. The area of a semicircle is 32 pi centimeter squared. Find in terms of pi the circumference of the semicircle. So the area of a semicircle is given by theta over 360 times pi r squared, or simply half pi r squared. So dividing through by pi, we get half r squared equal 32. Multiplying both sides by 2, then we are left with r squared equals 64. Taking square root of both sides, positive square root, we get r is equal to square root of 64, which is 8 centimeters. So circumference of a circle is given by 2 pi r. So we put r here, which is 8, then we get 16 pi centimeters. Thank you for watching this video up to this point. Please, if you have not subscribed to this channel yet, kindly hit the subscribe button for me. Thank you so much for doing that for me. Now let's look at question number 12. In the diagram, P, Q, R, and S are points on a circle with center O. QR is parallel to segment OS. Angle QOR is 2M and angle QPR is N. And angle SOR is 54 degrees. Find the values of M and N. So since this is 54 degrees and it is, you see that these two lines are parallel, OS and QR. So this angle is alternate to this angle. So it means this angle is also 54. And if this is 54, triangle OQR is an isosceles triangle because this is the center. This is a radius and this is also a radius. So this also is 54. So if that is the case, 54 degrees, 54 degrees. If you add it to the 2M, you will get 360. But before that, this 2M, if you add it to the 2M, you get 180 degrees. This 2M is 2 times of N, or N is half of the 2M. So N is equal to half of 2M, which means that N is equal to M. Let's call this equation 1. Then again, the equation 54 degrees, this 54 by this 54 by this 2M is supposed to be equal to 180 degrees. So 2M will be equal to 180 minus 108 degrees. And that will give us 2M to be 72 degrees. If you divide both sides by 2, we get M to be 36 degrees. For that matter, N equal M means that N is also equal to 36 degrees. We are done with the A part. Now the B part says the length of a rectangle is 4 centimeters more than a width. So the length is 4 centimeters more than the width. So L equal W plus 4. If the perimeter is 40 centimeters, find the area. So perimeter is given by 2 times of length plus width. And we're given that the perimeter is 40 centimeters. So we put it there. 40 is equal to 2 into W plus 4 plus W. So divide both sides by 2. You get 20 here by 2. So 20 is equal to 2W plus 4. Subtract 4 from both sides. We get 16 equal to 2W. Divide both sides by 2 by 2. You get W equal to 8 centimeters. Now we know W. We can find L by adding 4 to 8. That will give us 12. So the area of the rectangle will be 8 times 12, which is 96 centimeters squared. Okay, 96 centimeters squared. Now let's look at the final question for this paper, WASSCE 2023 core mathematics paper. Is this. In a diagram, the radius of the sector of circle center O is 7 centimeters. So if the radius is 7 centimeters, this one is also 7 centimeters. And angle MON is 60 degrees. Find correct to one decimal place the area of the shaded portion. So if you know the area of sector ONM and we know the area of triangle OTN, we subtract the area of triangle OTN from the area of sector ONM, then we find the area of the shaded region. So let's begin. Area of sector POM. Oh, sorry. Area of sector ONM. ONM is equal to 90 degrees over 360 times pi r square. Theta over 360 times pi r square. The theta is 60 degrees. So we substitute radius is 7. So that will give us 7 will go here 7 times. So 22 times 7 over 4. And that will give us 38.5 centimeters squared. That is area of sector ONM. Now the area of triangle OTN is half base times height. So the base is OT, the height is NT. We can use trigonometry to find OT and NT. So sine 60 degrees will be equal to Tn over 7. So Tn will be equal to 7 sine 60 degrees. Again, cos 60 will be equal to adjacent, which is OT over 7. So 7 cos 60 will be equal to OT. So we put them there. 7 cos 60 times 7 sine 60. And that will give us half times 49 times half times root 3 over 2 times 7. So 49 root 3 over 8 is 10.61 centimeters squared. Now area of shaded region will be 38.5 minus 10.61, which is equal to 27.89 centimeter squared. To one decimal place, we have 27.9 centimeters squared. Now to our final question. The x and y intercept of a straight line are negative 3 over 4 and 2 over 7 respectively. Find the equation of the line. So this is the x-intercept and this is the y-intercept. Now there is a formula that you can use. X over x-intercept plus y over y-intercept is equal to 1. As simple as that, straightforward. So x-intercept is negative 3 over 4, you fix it there. Y-intercept is 2 over 7, so you fix it there. That will be equal to 1. So when we simplify this, we get negative 4 over 3x plus 7y over 2 equal 1, or negative x plus 21y is equal to 6. You can end there, or you can multiply through by negative 1 to get 8x minus 21y is equal to negative 6. Or there's another way you can do it. The x-intercept is negative 3 over 4, 0, and the y-intercept is 0, 2 over 7. So these are 2 points. You can use this point to find the gradient. y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So this is y2, y1, x2, x1. So that will give us the gradient to be 2 over 7 times 4 over 3. When you reciprocate the 3 over 4, that will give you 8 over 21. So using the formula y equal mx plus c, where m is the gradient and c is the y-intercept, you get y equal 8 over 21x plus 2 over 7. You can leave it like that. So this equation and this equation are the same. Thank you so much for watching this video up to this point. I'm grateful for all the support you give me. Thank you. Please continue to share this video with your colleagues so that all of you can pass this exam. I'll upload another video that is going to have the full length from all the compulsory questions to these ones in just one video as a full length video. So I've done this one with the aim that you can download them easily. So you can download the first one, you can download the second one. Then also for the long one, if you're not able to download all at once, you may have the space to download the individual ones. So see you, God willingly, if we are alive in the next video. That will be the solution of the paper 1 questions.